Good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, bright, shiny, clearly San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I want to help you today, as I do every day. I want to help you today. The subject this morning, pushing past the powerful pressure of people-pleasing. Pushing past the powerful pressure of people-pleasing. There is a powerful pressure for most people to conduct themselves in relationship with others in such a way that they preserve the sense that they are liked, appreciated, and loved. Primarily liked. This self-talk that says, they like me. The problem with the pressure that comes from people-pleasing is that many times it comes at the cost. It comes at the expense of an agenda that you may have set for yourself as a priority in your life. Let me give you a for instance. Let's say that, I don't know, you and your husband or you and your wife have an event planned or a date night planned, or maybe you have committed to a child, I'm going to be at your game. You know, I'll be there for your practice. I will be there for this event. And you set an expectation that it's your agenda because you want to be out with your wife. You want to be out with your husband. You want to be out with your child. That's your desire. It's a priority. Yet someone in your circle says, hey, I was hoping you could do this. Or is there any way you could take care of that for me? Is there any way you can do this for me? At this point, you will determine what your true priority really is. Is it really the initial commitment that you gave to another, or is it easy to take for granted the others that you're closest to say, well, I don't want to disappoint this person, so I'm going to say yes to this. And then someone asks something else and you say yes to that. And then someone asks you to volunteer for this and you say yes to that. And then someone asks you to participate on this board and you say yes to that. And what you find is that before you know it, you're going to have a tremendous sense of burnout and a feeling of being used because of others putting a demand on you. Here's the aha. It is not their fault, my lovely ladies and gentlemen and friend. It is on you. You are the one that has the power to exert your choice, your priority, your previous decision. It is on you. The people-pleasing thing will apply a pressure on you that is very profound, and it can bind you up and cause you to become embittered. If you do not know what your priorities are, you will be like a wave on the ocean being tossed to and from with every wind or request that comes your way, and that's no way to live life. That is a very victim way of living life that causes many people to just not like their life because they feel pulled in too many directions. Have you ever felt pulled in a lot of different directions? It's normally because you have compromised your convictions on the altar of people pleasing, and you have given up what you believe is your priority in order to accommodate another so they will still like you. I have news for you. I want to liberate you here. Ain't everybody gonna like you. Ain't everybody gonna like me. Ain't everybody gonna like you. You are not tacos. Ain't everybody love you. There are gonna be some people that are gonna be diametrically opposed to who you are and what you're like. And that's okay. The good Lord basically created 4 distinct personality profiles. Doers, go-getters, hardcore, intense, fire, ready, aim people. Then he created the life of the party! Woo! Folks who are just a friend of everybody. Then he created the stable, steady, peaceful. We gonna be all right, folks. And then he created the folks that it has got to be like this. It is black and white. It is right or wrong. It has got to be 4 different basic personality profiles. 25% of them are going to get you. The other 75%, if you're in your natural state, being who you were created to be, being authentic to yourself, and not being some washed out copy, some amalgam beige human being of what you think everybody expects of you, if you're truly yourself, you're really going to only connect with about 25% of the people you come in contact with, the people that have your personality profile. Ain't everybody going to like you. You ain't tacos. It's okay. Here's the truth of the matter, my friend. You will never become who you were created to become. You will never do what you were created to do. You will never have what you were created to have if you allow the whims and requests and pressures of other being placed on you to dictate your priorities. These are your priorities. You got to be okay with what people think about you, because what they think about you is, quite frankly, based on an incredible amount of limited information anyway. Ain't nobody know you. People think I am crazy. Way too energetic, way too enthusiastic, way too pumped up, way too psyched. I'm way too much for most people. One of my daughters says I'm extra. Well, yeah, if you don't know my history, if you don't know that at 20 years old, I was a dead, dying, suicidal, bipolar, manic, depressive crackhead with needle tracks up and down my arm from 7 years straight of drug use, who was committed to the state hospital, taken into custody by the legal system, a dead, dying human being who did not want to live, who wanted to take my own life. If you did not know that about me, you would think I was extra. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't extra. I'm a guy who got a second chance, and I ain't looking back. And I ain't worried about what anybody thinks about me, except maybe my mama and my wife. I only love my bed and my mama, sorry, and my wife. And so it don't matter to me. You got to learn to follow the 20, 40, 60 rule. At 20 years old, you're really worried about what people think about you. At 40 years old, you stop caring a little bit about what people think about you. At 60 years old, you go, damn, hey, nobody was thinking about me in the first place. People aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are. So if you find yourself succumbing to the powerful pressure of people pleasing, let me help you this morning. Take it from Coach Steve. Let it go. Be like Elsa in Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Just let it go. You gotta let it go if you're going to show up with your authentic, true self. Know your priorities. Be able to discuss your priorities. I would love to be able to help you. I've made a previous commitment. Well, Steve, I don't like you anymore. Suck on it, dog. I don't care whether you like me or not. This ain't about... I am not here to please you. I am here to do what I am called to do. And I don't know how much time I got left. And I want to make the most of the time that I do have. And I'm a man of my word. I keep my previous commitments. I know my priorities, ladies and gentlemen. I know a couple of things that I hope you know. All right? Number one, I know this. I know who I am responsible for. I know who I'm responsible for. My wife and the sweet souls that bear my last name, my Chirins. I know who I am responsible to. My coaching clients, my real estate clients. I'm responsible to them. To the Keller Williams Heritage Market Center. I'm responsible to my man Craig Owen and to the team and amazing staff at Keller Williams Heritage and to the agents in this office. I'm responsible to them. I know who I'm responsible for. I know who I'm responsible to. I know my priorities are God comes first, family comes second, business comes third. I have these priorities in order. They're very clear. And if any outside circumstance attempts to impose itself on me, they get the Bruce Lee, back. I got to push you back, because it's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't want to hang out with you. It's not that you're not important. It's just that on the order of priority, within the hours I have chosen to labor or work, exchanging my time away from my family for income while I practice my craft in the marketplace, there is a finite number of hours in which I can include those I'm responsible for, and those I'm responsible to. And if you ain't in that circle, you don't get to put no pressure on me. So I encourage you with this. Pushing past the pressure of people pleasing has to do with you being okay with the fact that ain't everybody gonna like you. You are not a carne asada taco. Ain't everybody gonna like you. It's okay. 4 basic personality profiles. Well, Steve, I don't believe that God created 4 basic personality profiles. Well, suck it. Why do you think there's 4 gospels? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There's a D, I, S, and C in the Bible. So a conversation for another time. 25% of the people are going to get you. The other 75%, not so much. One of those, 25% is going to be like, I can't stand that boy. That's okay. That's okay. Find your people. Be you. When you are you, your vibe will attract your tribe, and you will have those folks who will be connected to you. You will have those folks they'll celebrate you. You will have those folks who tolerate you, and you will have those folks who hate you. And that's okay. You just got to be okay with that. Do you know your priorities? Do you know your priorities? Well, let me ask you this. Does your audio, these are my priorities, match your video? How you're living your life? Is it in integrity? Or does your audio not match your video? Do you just think these things are priorities, but other things impose themselves on your schedule, which reflect that they really are not your priorities? You know, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, pushing past the pressure of people-pleasing begins with you being I with this. If God loves me, ain't no matter anyhow, anytime, any place what anybody else thinks about old graybeard Steve Collins. Don't matter. My greatest deeds are done before an audience of 1, and I ain't got time for the rest of the riffraff. I have priorities. I have clear goals. I am not a wandering generality. I'm a meaningful specific. I have clear goals, clear priorities, a clear schedule, and an intentionality to execute consistently on those priorities, not being angry or mean or not concerned about other people. If I'm not responsible for you or to you, we probably ain't gonna connect. And that's not me having a problem with you. That's me being very clear on my priorities. And when you are used to living in a world where people are not clear on their priorities, you can go, well, that's Steve Collins. He just doesn't return phone calls. He doesn't return phone calls to people he's not responsible for or responsible to. He returns phone calls to the people he is connected with, because I'm going to be responsible to give my very best to those that are connected to me. Does this make sense? Follow the 20-40-60 rule. 20 years old, what are people thinking about me? What are they thinking? At 40, I'm starting to not care what people think about me. At 60, hot damn, ain't nobody was thinking about me at all. Damn. Take the 60. Ain't nobody's thinking about you that much. Just be you. Be you. Remember the wise words of Dr. Seuss as I wrap this up. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Have a great day, guys.